Alright, we're live. I'm just gonna ping in my server so they know.
Alright.
Should we wait till a little bit more people come in? It usually takes like a few minutes for around 30 or 20 people to come. Depends on what you want, of course.
Yeah, it usually takes a bit for the streams to start.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Let me actually get the UMB ready. I haven't.
Yeah, because you're doing like the UMVs.
Yeah, I haven't actually touched the UMB for quite a bit. I mainly just been working on.
Oh, you
the
haven't
videos.
touched it since the update?
Yeah, I've played it for a little bit, trying to get most of the fully evolved stuff just for some mastery, but
Yeah, all I did was just get all the fossils and then just use my daily and that's it.
yeah. Hello Roylith, Bunky, Olus, welcome to the stream. So, as you guys can tell, I have Joshua Star on stream. He's gonna be joining
Hello,
us.
everyone!
Are you seeing the chat fine through the stream? Like the messages and all?
Oh, yes, I have it. I have it.
Okay, nice. Oh yeah, I forgot. Alright.
A lot of people are getting ads, apparently.
I haven't even... I guess it does... I guess it just does it automatically. I'll just delay the ads for 10 minutes. Just to wait for a few more people. Alright. Since you have all the stuff you want to talk about, why don't you just start talking about him now? So, or like an overview.
So, I'm making a ranking all the fossil Loomians tomorrow. That video is going to be out tomorrow. And I wanted to hear your opinion on what are the best fossils in Loomian Legacy and how would you rank them?
Oh, okay. So where do you want me to start? Worst to best? Stuff, something like that?
Yeah, worst to best, because I think we all know what the worst fossil is. But the other 11, it's very hard to rank.
Okay. Wait. Okay. I think it's not elect. That's the worst one. Do you agree? Yeah.
Not even close.
Yeah. It's like it barely has a niche. Other than like, of course, the obvious being the mine and ancient typing shared with Cosmure. It just doesn't have a lot of niches or stuff that it can wall in the metagame.
And it doesn't have reliable healing other than Health Amulet.
Yeah, so it's kind of in a weird middle ground where it would like to be defensive, but it doesn't have enough tools.
Like, its defensive typing isn't bad, but it's just like Knockout that has Vital Jab. It doesn't have a move that can heal its health. Like, its best move is Psycho Blast.
Yeah. And what's its base range attack? It's like around 100, right?
Yeah, it's like 105.
Yeah. So you can't really hit too hard with that, considering you can't have like valuable personalities to boost that up. Not to mention you're going to be mostly defensively invested.
Yep.
Alright.
You could even KO a Dokomore with a Watcher boost, and I lost a battle because of it.
Actually? Damn. With Psycho Blast, right?
Dokomore, he's melee bolt.
Yeah. Alright. Now for the second one, or second worst, I feel like there's not a big drop. I'd say that Knockout is the second worst. But it's not because it's like it's not like because it's bad, it's just a lot of the stuff above it I feel like are better. What do you think?
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. I was gonna go Infernix, but the problem is that I consider Infernix good. Like, it's just outclassed by all the fire types.
Oh yeah, Infernix. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Like, the thing is with Infernix, it has stuff, and it could be good. It's just that Pyrolin exists, and Soulburst Eruptodon exists.
Yeah. Alright, wait, let me say hi to the people who joined. Hello, Mystic. Hello, Goodman. Hello, Error. Hello, Mahyman. There's actually consensus in chat that Venusaur's the bottom two. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know, honestly, because on one hand, it had, like, Brutal Wrath. If you poison everything, it could be very dangerous, but I don't know, because it's either top 5 potential or bottom 3 potential. I don't know where to rank it.
Oh, yeah. Was that the Loomian we're talking about in your community post?
Yeah, that was one of the big ones.
I feel like once, because you know like the meta and how Gargoyle defense is everywhere.
Yeah, Gargoyle defense is everywhere. I use it on 50% of my teams.
Yeah, so I feel like once Gargoyle defense is out, because that's probably the best hazard remover, Poison Barb teams will become a lot more better, so Venusaur can actually take advantage of the poison very well. So I feel like once Guard is out...
Barb Trap.
Barb Trap?
Like, it does have Barb Trap, so it can cause poisons, and it has poison, but if you have a Gargoyle defense form, you're just swapping it in every time, because Venusaur can't hit you.
Yeah. It kind of sucks.
And most Gargoyle defenses run melee defense. I run range defense on mine, but most of them are melee defensive.
Yeah, they mainly run it for Joltooth and Holvantic. That's what they mainly run it for.
Yeah, that makes sense. I could see that. Spoiler alert, Joltooth is top 5, but I'll get to that later.
Yeah. Alright, hello Thunder. Olu. Yeah, that's the new one. Alright. And then after Knockout, I'd say Infernix, but those two can really
agree with
swap.
that. I could see that.
No.
When I used Knockdown, it actually got a late game clean, but that was because he didn't swap into a Tyrannox that he had.
Wait,
he just swapped Sea Drake in.
A late game clean? Isn't it very slow?
Yeah, what happened was that he used Venom Chomp on Garlash. I got Rageful, and then I healed all my health back with Vital.
Yeah.
He went into Sea Drake. I O-code it after going down to 54 HP. And then he went into Himber. Hulked up, and I critted him.
Bro, I feel so bad.
Then he went Tyrannox.
And then it just died.
Oh, I just swapped into Valkyrie from then. I just swapped out Valkyrie. And then I won the battle.
Damn.
The thing is with Knockout would be worse than Nontlek if it wasn't for Vital Jab.
Yeah.
Vital Jab saves it.
Yeah, because it makes up for its bad speed tier, so you can recover some of the HP you lost after something hits you during a sweep.
Especially after a Watcher boost and Rageful plushie, potentially.
Yeah.
Since its defensive typing's bad, it can actually utilize its defensive typing. Well, Rageful plushie, I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. So the next Loomian I would rank after those 3 fossils. Okay, wait. Do you want me to count Skellic and Soulburst Skellic as different Loomians? Or
No, they're the same thing in my eyes.
Okay.
I like ranking them as the same one.
Alright, then I guess my next one is it's honestly probably Dorogo. There's like a huge gap between Infernix and Dorogo for me. And I guess
No, Dorogo's the hardest one to rank for me because I know about the tech. Scapegoat, Dodge, Draco Beam.
Yeah.
It'd be very dangerous.
Yeah, it's quite dangerous.
It also has hazards too.
Yeah. I feel like
I didn't know where to rank it.
I feel like the best, or like one of the better ways to utilize it, it's kind of hard to, because it's so frail, and unless you click a Draco Beam instantly, you're not going to be doing any damage, because you're around what, 86 base range attack. That's only a little bit harder. Yeah, that's only a little bit harder than Gavademic, and Gavademic's known as a suicide lead.
Yeah, and Dorgo's usually used as that role too, I believe. Either that or as a surrogate user.
Yeah. Hello Bolt, hello Cryptic. Yeah, my bad for Infernix. Well, Infernix is not that bad, I'm gonna be honest.
It's not bad, it's just outclassed.
Yeah. Well, there is one team comp that I know about that I just keep out in my that makes it so I keep it outside of unviable tier in my tier lists, and that's Infernix, Luminami, Semi-Stall, because the recovery on that is insane.
Yeah, the Power Napper duo.
Yeah.
Power Nappers.
Yeah. And it's like, and I guess its role on Semi-Stall is kind of being replaced because Soulburst Krakaloa is a very large threat.
Yeah, Soulburst Krakaloa, probably one of the more underrated Soulburst in my opinion.
Yeah, it's been rising a lot this month actually, at least in the competitive scene. Me and a lot of people have been starting to run it because it's just so comfortable.
You know, because it can get rid of hazards, it has good coverage, and its bulk on both sides is really good. And you have Rejuvenate, of course.
Mm-hmm. And Raging Flame. Raging Flame on Krakaloa is so good, man. Because at least in the general Coliseum, no one ever expects it. So they just
and then their melee attackers are stunned.
Yeah. Alright. Hello Tonic. Hello Ultra. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome to the stream.
Okay, and what's the... Alright, so after Skellig for me, or I said...
Rogo.
Yeah, the Rogo. And then I would... So what's left? You got Colossotrops, Joltooth.
They're in the top 5 in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh.
Behemoth and Morpheus, but they're also in the top 5.
Yeah. Okay, well I know who to rank next. After Dorogo, it's gonna be you, Typhoon. I really...
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Typhoon is one of those Loomians that can be good, but it just has a niche. It just follows its niche, and that's kind of it.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but I've met so much Glazers for you, Typhoon. All because they are finally rejoicing that they can finally use an offensive water on teams, so because they don't have to worry about Soulburst Raptidon.
Water.
No, I meant
like...
Oh yeah,
Soulburst Raptidon, you're right.
Yeah. I meant like as in people can run offensive waters with you, Typhoon, because...
Also, they don't have to use a bulky water.
Yeah, for Soulburst Raptidon. That's why people are rejoicing for it. But yeah, like you said...
That's fair. No, it's just, it's niche.
Yeah. So yeah, like you said, it doesn't do much other than that. Although Wave Wrecker is a decent buff.
Cool. Yeah, Wave Wrecker's good for it, but I don't have it on mine.
Oh, you run Aqua Jaws, or...
I have I think it was Nosedive, Primal Slash, Gust, and Purge.
Yeah, that's fair.
Although I could see Wave Wrecker being good for Soulburst Eruptodon specifically.
Mm-hmm. Alright, and then after you Typhoon, I would say Venusaur. Honestly, Venusaur could be a lot higher, but I just don't want to rank it because Poison Barbs isn't that good right now.
I know it isn't. Like, that's what makes ranking Venusaur so tough, because without Brutal Wrath, it isn't that good.
Yeah, it's just very rough for it.
another thing I need to say is that who's better out of these two Loomians? Skellig or Levatros?
Okay, oh, Skellig without the Soul Burst, right? Or
it could count Skellig without and with.
okay, if it's without, I'd say Skellig is a little worse, but if it's with the Soul Burst, it's a very large difference. Skellig is so much better with its Soul Burst.
It is, especially if you don't, like, even without it in the rain, it's still pretty good, even without it in the rain.
Mm-hmm.
It gains more attack, and it also has some extra bulk, so it can actually live a super effective hit.
Yeah.
That was one of the big ones. I didn't know where to rank Levatros, and I didn't know where I wanted to rank Skellig, because Skellig is one of those Loomians that kinda, you know, I kinda don't know where to rank, because they're kind of the same thing, because Skellig, they kinda have the same coverage, they have similar attacks, and they have similar coverage moves as well. But yeah, I think Soul Burst Skellig is definitely a little better than Levatros.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Skellig has Drudge. Skellig has Drudge.
And a lot better of a defensive typing. Levatros is so
yeah, its
frail.
defensive typing's better. I mean, Levatros, I mean, it has 115 health, but you're right, it only has 55 defenses.
Yeah, it's not going to be surviving more than 2 hits. Unless the hit is resisted.
Yeah, which, I mean, Pure Water isn't terrible, but Pure Water is not as good as water and something else.
Yeah. Alright. So, after... well, what did I say? After Venusaur, I guess I would start... I guess I would put Behemoth, honestly. Behemoth or Leviatros.
Oh! I think Leviatros.
Fair.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say...
I don't know.
I'd say Levia. It's very team restricting, right? Especially with Onslaught.
The Expert Onslaught with Behemoth is very dangerous because Earth Expert Onslaught's actually pretty dangerous, even with the air types. Because it has the extra coverage.
Yeah.
Plus, Behemoth has 150 melee attack, which is kind of insane.
Yeah. Well, I've done some damage calcing, and you know, like I was comparing it to Colossochops, which is another very strong melee wall breaker among the fossils. And what I've learned is that even if you account a stab coverage with Earthquake from Behemoth, it's gonna be hitting less harder than Colossochops. And when you take into the account of both their defensive typings, Colossochops obviously having a lot more good resistances and immunities. The only really big thing.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. The only really big thing that Behemoth has over Colossochops is speed, because Colossochops hits harder, has better setup with Brawn Boost, arguably better coverage because you got Rogue Assault.
As Rogue Assault.
Yeah. And
does it have Mega Chomp as well?
It does have Mega Chomp. Mega Chomp, Earthquake.
Oh my goodness.
Timber Thrash, Primal Slash, Brawn Boost, yeah. So it has a lot.
And it has Brawn Boost.
Yeah. I think, if I remember, Behemoth only has Timber Thrash, Expert Onslaught, or Earthquake, and then Primal Slash.
Primal Slash is one.
Yeah. So,
and it has Dragon's Force.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them use it.
Yeah, it's not really that great. Bro, people in chat are saying...
Behemoth has Slumber.
What?
You could run a defensive Behemoth, but that's like a tech. I don't know if anyone would actually use it in tournament play.
Gargoyle defense is much better of a defensive Earth.
Yeah, exactly. So, not to mention that I think Behemoth is very predictable, while Colossochops, there's that chance of it being frail armor.
Yeah. And like the coverage, if I do recall, the coverage can hit every melee wall in the game super effectively besides Swolder. And...
but no one uses Swolder.
Yeah, so it's very hard for people to actually play around Colossochops once it gets in.
Yeah, always struggle with Colossotrops. Like, anytime a Yersinak baffles it in, I always struggle because I don't always have a swap in.
Yeah. And that's why Colossotrops.
Yeah, Colossotrops does die quickly, but it's a wall breaker. That's what it's supposed to do. It gets rid of a crucial wall and then it gets KO'd. That's its role.
Yeah. It also pairs very well with a common metagame strategy, Baffle. So like...
Yeah, Baffle. Baffle is meta right now.
Yeah. Alright, we kind of... So, yeah, I would put Leviatros below Behemoth, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that. Leviatros, despite having 150 speed and me loving speed, it's just... It doesn't hit hard enough, and it just feels like a worse Skellig for me.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. Because Skellig, you don't need like a water-based team to hit hard. And it's gonna get...
Yeah, you need...
It's gonna get that Swift Swim later, so... It's gonna be very good.
And Rain will be set up... Rain will be easier to set up in the future once Deludrix has its ability changed.
Yeah. Alright, so... What's left? We got Joltooth Colosso, Morphezu, and... Is there anything... Oh, Silver Skellig.
Silver Skellig. Yeah, it's Skellig too, yeah.
Oh no, I'd say Behemoth right on top of Leviathan. That's me.
I don't know. I don't know what it is with Behemoth. Like, Behemoth always does very good with me, but I agree it is worse with props.
Yeah. So
like,
like,
I'm feeling Skellig.
Skellig next, Silver Skellig.
Yeah, Skellig and Silver Skellig. Although under the rain, it is very dangerous. It's just so hard to set up the rain at the moment.
So like, yeah.
It just like
can't really rank it
just
too
like the
much.
Leviathan, it can't hit waters. It can't hit waters.
Yeah. Although, after a Drudge, it does outspeed I think a Nimble Zulong. If you're Brawny, you outspeed +1.
Even at Soul Burst, I believe. Yeah, I think it can outspeed.
Yeah. Oh.
I will say, though, I do run Nimble on my Soul Burst Skellig, and it actually saved me from losing a battle because it outsped a Behemoth.
Yeah. Oh wait, Josh. There's a LL update right now. It's Baffle Tracker.
It isn't...
Do you know what that is? I don't know.
Battle Track? Oh, I know what it is. They added, like, a tracker for, like, Bane of Haze.
Oh.
They haven't added it for, like, the enchantments or, like, Hellstorm or some of the other effects on the field. So I think they're fixing that.
Okay. Bro, I don't know about you, but I cannot keep track of Bane of Haste.
I am so bad at it, too. I always, like, lose count on Bane of Haste because usually when I use Bane of Haste, I use Soul Burst Icicle. But most of the time, they bring in, like, you know, their light type, and I try to predict the Mega Chomp, and then I just kind of lose count.
Yeah.
I always assume it's, like, 5 turns.
And people are saying in chat they're also gonna keep track of your stat boosts or stat nerfs, whatever.
I could see where LL's coming from, but yeah, because a lot of times I notice that a lot of people get to +6 and they set up again, and then they're like, the move fails.
Yeah, and usually what happens to me is I forget halfway. I'm like, wait, did I set up twice? Did I set up 3 times? And then I just go one more just to be safe.
Yep. So yeah, I think Skellig is right before Leviathan. Like, I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna take a lot of consideration when making this list because I don't want to mess up like I did in my top 20 PvP Loomian. I made a lot of mistakes.
I wouldn't say it's too like big mistakes. I mean, so
like, it wasn't bad, but it's like I put it Sober Stratosaur way too high.
Honestly, the meta right now, Sober Stratosaur is very good. Like,
it is very good right now, but number 5 good when you're counting Ubers.
Fair. Oh, Joshua's on stream.
Sober Eruptodon at 19.
Yeah.
Sober Eruptodon at 19 is way too low.
Yeah.
And no Sober Gastroke, neither.
Alright, so you said Leviatros after Behemoth, or was Skellig after Leviatros?
Yeah, it was Skellig. And then, what do we have left? I think it's Bahammerov, Joltooth, Velocitrops, and Morphizu.
All right. I think Behemoth is the next best.
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bahammerov's here, and the top three is down to Joltooth, Velocitrops, and Morphizu.
Oh, wait. Oh, nice. I got a Titan fossil. Okay, anyways.
Oh, yes, nice.
Oh, this is...
Also, I have a question. Should Kirillin count? Should Kirillin count? I don't think it is. I think I'm just going to have it an honorable mention.
I don't... Nah, I wouldn't really count it.
Yeah, I wouldn't count it neither, but I would put it in honor... I will at least mention Kirillin. I'll at least mention it.
Okay.
I'll mention it.
Are you going to mention Arapago too? Because you can find the evolution item for it?
I might. I don't know, though. Because, yeah, you find an evolution item for it, but you don't necessarily evolve it at the UMV. When, like, with Kirillin, you save a fossil, and then it evolves.
Yeah. Okay. So, from the top three, I think Morphezu's number 3. I think that's fair.
Yes! 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 Thank you! Thank goodness I'm not the only one that thinks Morphizu's not number 1. Thank you! Thank you, thank you!
Yeah. People have been glazing it so much, man.
Like, it's good! It's an amazing fossil, I'm not gonna deny that. But I don't understand its potential. Like, it hits hard. It's very good on air teams, but I don't see it hitting hard enough sometimes. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know why people call it the best fossil. Like, I think it's good. I think it's top 3, top 5 potential. But number 1 over Velocitrops? I don't know about that one.
Yeah. I mean, from what people have been speculating about, and of course, playing with Morphizu. Morphizu's like another one of those Loomians that, like Lashadia, Chironix, Novidius, they force medals on teams. But the main
it does.
Yeah, but the difference between those guys is that Morphizu doesn't have the defensive utility like Chironix does to make it very good, and it doesn't hit nearly as hard as Shadia, Novidius, as well as having a pretty bad speed tier when a lot of offensive stuff can just revenge kill you.
Yeah, 85 speed is not that fast when you can get revenge kill. Not to mention that Morphizu does not have any healing moves or other defensive moves that could save it. It has peace of mind.
Yeah.
But that's kind of it. Although it does have Hypnotize. It does have Hypnotize. It does have Hypnotize.
Yeah. Once it...
Oh, Leviatros does too. Oh, God.
Yeah. Once you Hypno, it's over. It's over for the opponent. Unless they got like a Metatoad.
I don't know. I'm looking back at Leviatros a little bit. I don't know. Because... Wait, does the All-Seeing ability work with Hypnotize?
Nah, it doesn't. Or Jamie said he's not gonna allow that.
Alright, so, okay, I'm gonna keep it below Skellig for now, because if it always hit Hypnotize at 150 speed, I might have reconsidered.
Yeah. Alright, and then, for my number 2, okay, I think this might make you mad, but I'm gonna put Velocitrops in number 2.
Oh, that's fine, that's fine.
Okay.
Personally, I think Joltooth is number... I would have went Joltooth 3, Morphizu 2, Velocitrops 1.
That's fair.
That's what I would have went. And I can understand, Joltooth's very dangerous because of Ambush and Drudge, and it has very good offensive coverage.
Yeah.
But the reason why I don't put Joltooth at 1 is because they're not going to like me for saying this. I like Akhalos a little more as a Drudge setter.
Yeah, because, what? Its defensive typing along with its... I forgot what's its regular ability called, but...
Aqua Body, I believe.
Yeah, Aqua Body. So it does have...
Very good for solo ice.
Yeah, it does have better setup potential.
And it has better bulk, and it also has more utility, but Joltooth does also have Ambush, so you don't know if he's going to attack you and do mega damage or set up a Drudge.
Yeah, and that causes like a very oppressive 50-50 on the opponent, because a lot of offensive Loomians right now that are common, their only reason why they're considered checks before a Drudge is because they outspeed Joltooth. Once Joltooth gets that
Yeah.
Drudge, they're not checks anymore. They're just gonna die.
Yeah, they just get KO'd because the 69 speed, while not a lot, after a Drudge, it can outspeed a lot of threats.
Yeah. Also...
Not to mention, it has a little move called Thunderclap that has a chance to flinch.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. It has never happened to me, or I've never done that to a person.
Yeah, I usually run Thunder Crash, but I might swap. I don't know.
Yeah.
The flinch can be very dangerous after a Drudge, and that's something that I didn't really get when I made my top 20 list and put Akalos over Joltooth. That's something I didn't really take into consideration because the Thunderclap flinch is very dangerous. But also the Wave Wrecker Daze is also dangerous as well. For different reasons, of course.
Mm-hmm. And I guess Colosso is just my number 2 because with Joltooth, you're not like, because the thing with Colosso is that if you don't pair this with Baffle or Bane of Haste, like it's never gonna be doing anything. With Joltooth, you can pair it with Baffle or regular Pivot, or just leave it on its own and it can just do good.
I will say the Frail Armor Colossotrops can be dangerous, but a lot of people don't run Frail Armor, they run Vigorous.
Yeah.
And also with Frail Armor Colossotrops, you're relying on it getting the Rageful plushie to set. And getting the Frail Armor boost. Because without the Rageful plushie, it doesn't do that much damage because, you know, it relies on Vigorous. You need like a Brawn boost in order to make it do extra.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, the reasons why I put Colossotrops at number 1 is because, again, its offensive typing is insane. It can pretty much hit anything in the game. And it's also very unpredictable. You don't know if it's Vigorous or if it's Frail Armor unless you either attack it or wait a turn.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, I guess that's my overall thoughts on the fossils. And yours as well.
It's gonna be very interesting. Like the reason why I wanted to tell you about the list is because I was lost. I did not know how to rank the Loomians, and I still don't know where I'm gonna rank them. But I think I have a general idea on where every fossil's gonna go.
Yeah. Well, did I clear up any misconceptions or stuff like that?
Yeah, you cleared up a couple. Like I wanted to there's just a lot of things like what's better between Skellic and Lavertrops? What's better between Behemoth and Colossotrops? And where does Knockout rank? And where does Infernix rank? Like,
yeah.
Where does Dorigo rank, considering its potential? Like, I kind of did not know where to place everything, because a lot of the fossils are very niche.
That's fair.
They all have so much potential.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I honestly don't know what to say. You kind of said everything.
Yep, and that's kind of it for this topic. I do have another question.
Mm-hmm.
As someone that's been noticing a lot of the usage rates recently, I noticed that Lashent's been rising, and I've always not understand why it's risen. Do you know why Lashent is getting used more?
Yeah. So right now, at least defensively, Plant Dark is a really strong defensive typing, not because it's like Heronix where it doesn't have a lot of weaknesses, but because it walls a lot of important matchups in this metagame. For example, one of the better matchups that Lashent actually does very well against is a lot of Mind types, Gas Stroke. Despite it being weak to ice, it still answers Jalusa very well. Cleone doesn't do much against it. Yeah, it also stops Valkyrie, which if you look at what the answers to Valkyrie right now, none of them are really offensive. So Lashent fills that role. Along with
it also beats Gargoyle in defense as well if you have Ice Hammer.
Yeah, and it also has Rejuvenate, so you can play that bulky offensive role. It has Slap Down and Fade Away on top of Ambush.
Fade Away.
On top of Ambush, so
and its defensive typing's pretty good as well. Like, yes, it is quad weak to fire, but you're never gonna use Lashent on a Loomian that has a fire move. Let's be honest.
Yeah. It's mainly, I don't know, I think, honestly, I think Lashent is just a product of a oppressive metagame where people are just becoming more creative in finding stuff that they can use over the obvious plants, because the plant types that people have been using right now to check the likes of Jalusa, because Jalusa is very strong.
Our offensive ones like Nevermare and Kato.
Yeah, and Lashent being one in the middle, it makes it very good for the users.
We also don't know what Lashent's gonna run because it has so many moves. It has Rejuvenate, it has Fade Away, it has Slapdown.
Yeah.
Like, it has so many moves, you don't know what it's going to use, and it can predict you. That's what happened the other day. I lost to a Lashent because it used Earthquake.
Yeah, my Seer Knight is usually my real answer, but I always fear the ambush Earthquake, bro.
Yeah, the ambush Earthquake, it can Oko Seer Knight if you're not careful. Even after Terrifying, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. Alright, anything else you want to ask?
A couple other things. I just want to see, like, in your opinion, what Loomians do you think are the... Which Loomians do you think is going to rise, while other Loomians that you think are going to fall?
Based on the fossils, right?
Not just on the fossils, it could be any Loomian in the meta.
Okay. Well, Lashent's...
Just got an ad.
Yeah. Well, Lashent's been rising. Krakaloa been rising. We've talked about that, right? Krakaloa.
Yeah, we talked about Silver's Krakalola. Yep.
And depending on, well, for one thing, as good as Morphezu might seem, I don't think it's going to be used, specifically because metal types are everywhere, and the fact that it has to contend...
They're everywhere for Tyrannics at the moment.
Yeah, and the fact that it has to contend with other strong ranged wall breakers, it's kind of rough for it, honestly.
Like, it's good now, but I feel like once the meta learns, once the people learn about how to beat Morphezu, I think it's just gonna be good.
Yeah.
Not really necessarily great.
I also think that people are gonna learn to, like, realize that Leviatros isn't very good, because they're using very niche teams. As good as Water as a typing and Loomian representatives, like you got Jalusa, Luminami, Cleone, Deladrix, they're ultimately...
Yeah, like, Water types have some good teammates.
Yeah, at the end of the day,
they're not
just
good on the
very...
same team, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just kind of
I
hard.
like the Earth types. I like Earth, where you could have, like, Himber, and, like you have Himber that's good against, like it's Soak Ice type hits. You have Dokabori who could baffle and place traps. You have Akalos who could set up a Drudge. Like, Akalos is Ice type, never mind. Forget I ever say that.
It's fine. Actually, in my opinion, I feel like there's a massive drop-off from Earth-type quality after Gargolem Defense and Dokomori. I feel like every Earth-type is right now pretty mid. They're not that great.
Yeah, they're not that good, but they build off each other. If you have a full Earth-type team, they build off each other. Like, Kaneki has Flash and Flea immunity. Like, I feel like all the Earth types on the same team can be dangerous if you can get rid of those Earth types.
Yeah.
Especially with the addition of Expert Onslaught on Behemoth.
Oh, and someone brought up a good point in chat. William, you brought up a good point.
It just lost Deep Freeze.
Yeah. Honestly, okay, I don't know if you've seen the meta-analysis usage, but what, Glaciadia is around top 10, right? Or at least at the bottom half of top 10?
Yeah, it's around there. Yeah, it's around the top 10.
I feel like it's gonna drop off massively. Not because, like...
They can't Waters now.
Yeah. Because Jalusa, Cleone, and Luminami, they can now wall it. And sure, 3 walls might not seem like a lot, but all of those Loomians...
It's a lot, but they're all meta.
Yeah, they're all meta. They're all very high tier. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Glaciadia becomes low OU by the end of May, or maybe it just becomes UU altogether. I feel like it will be a very big change to Glaciadia people.
Yeah, and I feel like Nova Diaz is gonna rise too.
Yeah, because Glaciadia isn't a dominating option, right?
Yeah. Not to mention, like, as even though right now Glaciadia is better than Nova, Nova always has that. You don't know what set it's gonna run. Is it gonna run melee, mixed, or range?
Yeah. Although people.
Yes, I know. I know Nova Diaz loses Deep Freeze as well. It still has Boiling Crest right now.
Yeah.
It might lose it. I'm not sure.
People have been running mixed Nova Diaz though. They run 4
mixed
moves.
Nova Diaz. They either run 4 moves, or 3 moves in Peace of Mind, or 3 moves in Traps, or 3 moves in Burnout. Like, there's a lot of options. Like, Nova Diaz has stuff. It just suffers from 4 move syndrome.
Yeah, so it's kind of rough to use it.
Yeah, you don't know how to use it because in certain situations it's really good. When in other situations they're like, oh, I wish I had this move.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at Glaciadia right now. Yeah, I lost Deep Freeze. Oh my goodness.
Bro, okay.
It has Frostbite Breath.
Yeah. Do you think it will run... will it run Slumber, Ice Cold Traps, something like that?
Honestly, Draco Beam, Frost Beam, Mind, and what would its would it run Slumber? I mean, its range defense is actually okay.
Yeah.
Actually has a good range defense.
My only issue is that it's a cleaner, so if you're sleeping in the middle of a clean, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is kind of a cleaner. Yeah, you're right. Maybe Icicle Traps is the 4th move.
Yeah.
So you can lead with Glaciadia and place traps. People will not see it coming most of the time.
Yeah, it'll be quite the adjustment for the meta, honestly.
I think Glaciadia is still going to be fine, but I don't think it'll be top 10. Because it can't hit those bulky waters. And even the other bulky waters that are not resisting Draco Beam, after you use a Draco Beam, you lose 2 stages to your ranged attack.
Yeah, so it can only use that move once and never again.
Yeah, and then your Glaciadia has to swap out.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I bring up a topic?
Yes, you can bring up a topic.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on Peace of Mind to Clips?
Like, when I first originally used it, I'm just like, well, that's a good buffer to Clips, but after looking into it a little more, Scapegoat, Peace of Mind?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. It might be OP. It might be a little too OP.
Mm-hmm. Because, yeah, can I add on a bit?
Maybe you can add on.
So, you've seen, like, actually, I don't know. If you've seen Trapinch's video. It might not be the greatest example of Scapegoat Peace of Mind, but you've seen it, right?
I don't think I saw that one. I don't think I saw Trapinch's video on that one.
Oh.
I think I saw his one on Silver Skeleton.
Alright, that's fair.
I didn't see the one on Eclipse.
But, alright. But the main point that I want to bring up is that Scapegoat Peace of Mind breaks so much ranged walls. I feel like, so like Aeligwana can't touch it, Venolin cannot touch it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because you can't place him because he's Scapegoat.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Cleone just outright loses at that point.
It already loses regardless.
Yeah.
Unless it sets up 2 Peace of Minds. No, the Eclipse just sets up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eclipse just sets up.
If only it, I think it might be able to break Gasstroke. It's gonna have to rely on a crit though. And it has.
Yeah, it could definitely beat Gastro because you could just spam Scapegoat.
Yeah, so it honestly it just looks so good right now. I personally haven't tested it. That's why I'm kind of reluctant.
I haven't tested Scapegoat, but on paper it looks dangerous. It looks very dangerous.
Yeah. Hey Kamal, welcome to the stream. But yeah, I kind of want to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, Peace of Mind Eclipse, I think, might be a little overpowered. I don't know how it will be after the buff change, though. Like, once it changes its stats. But right now, I think it's definitely going to be OU. It's definitely going to be OU, especially when you consider the fact that it's still an Eclipse with Total Eclipse. And light dark offense.
Uh-huh. Oh, wait.
Not to mention,
Yeah, wait, yeah.
even if you counter to clips with it, the clips, sub to clipses could run Raging Howl, but I think they're gonna drop it now. They're gonna drop Raging Howl.
Yeah, most likely.
Because what is it gonna use? Because Peace of Mind, Dark Surge, Gamma Pulse, and Scapegoat. Yeah, Peace of Mind, Scapegoat, Dark Surge, and Gamma Pulse.
Yeah. Actually, after PvP 2.0, where it gets like, I don't know if you know this, but Jamie, like, was promising us Magnify, Brawn Boost, Ranged Drudge, and Nova Blast and Gnarly Gash. I don't know if you've heard of that.
Radiant Rush and
oh yeah.
The Radiant Rush and Mega Chomp, I think, are the moves.
Oh, okay. But
I don't think it's Gnarly. I think it's Mega.
Okay. But I've done some calcing and with the damage calculator, doing some little sets, and I found out that Power Focused mixed to Clips actually breaks any wall that is weak to dark or light.
And most walls are weak to light or dark.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So like, unless you're like a fat
Yes,
monster, your Clips is gonna break you.
I assume Mega Chomp Chemicals is the play. Silver Scastro.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
assume it's that because if you have Dark Surge, it doesn't actually. What can Radiant Rush break?
Not really much.
I don't know. But yeah, it would be Mega Chomp Gamma Pulse. Power Focus. And then the last move would be Scapegoat, I think? Scapegoat?
Yeah, Scapegoat. I wouldn't run
Yeah,
Raging.
Scapegoat would be its last move.
But
Yeah, Scapegoat, and then the item would be Health Amulet.
yeah, it's just so good. Or at least in my opinion. It's not gonna have immediate
Yeah, it
damage.
definitely has.
It's not gonna have like.
Yeah, it doesn't have immediate damage. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm very bad at. I keep talking when you're talking. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I gotta work on that.
But yeah, it doesn't have a lot of immediate damage because 104, if I recall, it's not that high, especially when you're most likely not going to be running a positive personality for your damage, but it does have potential.
Yeah, 104 isn't a lot. I'm testing to see. I'm right now in game. I'm testing to see if the pop-ups work for like Vein of Haste,
Oh, okay.
Hellstorm, and some of the other moves. I'm still on call, but I'm just. If I cut off for a second, that's the reason.
Alright, that's fine.
How many fossils? Oh, you're playing Dish Drop.
Yeah. I'm trying to get some discs before, or not discs, batteries before I go back.
Yeah, the batteries. I grabbed the wrong Eruptodon. I grabbed my melee one. No!
Crazy.
Yeah, I used to run a melee one before
Soul Burst?
They added Soul Burst, yeah.
Have you
What are some other enchants? Cleone. Let me test the Cleone with screens. I'm just testing. Where's my Cleone?
Have you seen the stat buffs for Soul Burst Eruptodon for PvP 2.0?
I haven't. Like, I think I saw it, but I forgot about it.
Oh. I think it has like around 104 melee attack, and people have been memeing with the melee or Magma Dire when PvP 2.0 comes out.
Yeah, I think I could see it, but like, I don't know if I like it having more melee defense, because right now, there's no reason to use the normal Eruptodon.
Yeah.
Because Soul Burst Eruptodon gains stats in everything. Gains melee defense, gains ranged attack, melee attack. Like, I do wish that for melee Eruptodon, they added more melee attack to the original Eruptodon and then, you know, reduce it for the Soul Burst. So at least there's something the Eruptodon has over the Soul Burst form.
Yep.
You could kind of say the same with Gastroke, but even then, even with Gastroke, if there's like a Cephalops, You don't have to Soul Burst right away.
Yeah. I still think Cephalox is Uber.
I don't know. I think it's OU. I don't think it's Uber though. Like I can understand why. Like Soul Drain is very dangerous, but it just doesn't have setup. I get you have Rageful plushie.
Yeah.
But it has no setup.
I honestly don't think it needs a setup because there's not a lot of defensive answers for it.
If it had setup, it would be Ubers, 100%. But it doesn't. It does have moves, like it has Soul Drain, it has Frost Beam, it has Tsunami, it has Icicle Traps, no Ties, like it has really good moves. I think it's Ubers. No, I don't think it's Ubers.
Yo, let's go.
No, forget
Let's
what
go.
I said. I don't think it's Ubers, but I think it's OU. It's an easy OU.
Yeah. Oh wait, when
testing everything and
is it working?
Pop-up is cool. Wait, can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. I have my... I can see the pop-up update, and... like, it's cool that it pops up. Everything pops up. Like, you know, the Hellstorm and the Bane of Haze, but...
Yeah.
I don't know, it feels kind of slapped on. It's good, though. Oh, I just got a Sat Nerf, too.
Oh, nice.
Does it work? Oh my gosh, it works. I think it's cool, I like it. I liked it, and I like how they changed the colors of the words are different, but I don't know, I feel like it's kind of slapped on. It's cool to have a visual, though. It's cool.
Yeah.
I won't deny that.
Nice quality life. No change.
Quality of life update. Loomian Legacy just continues to add to its foundation, but yet not add anything to it.
True. Bro, Isaac.
It's like a house. It's like a house built on top of a perfect foundation, but every year they add one table or one chair to it. The house just so well built, so well made, it could survive anything. There's just nothing in the house.
Yeah,
that's basically LL.
Yeah, that's
it's nothing towards the game. I love the game. Still.
That's a good analogy.
What do you think of Pyrolin post-nerf? Pyrolin post-nerf, I still think it's solid, but I think Jamie nerfed Pyrolin again. Pyrolin's annoying, but I never really struggled against it.
No one has. Jamie was like a patch early. You were around. You were definitely around in Atlantean Part 1, right?
Oh yeah, that's when I started making videos. I started making videos before Part 1.
Okay, so you know how like. Oh, okay, my bad.
And I played Loomian Legacy from late 2020 plus, but I made videos starting 2022.
Alright. But Jamie, or back then during Atlantean Part 1, Pyrolin was not oppressive, but it was basically ran on every single team because it was just a clear ranged ball option. And of course, right?
Clear ranged wall.
Yeah,
and it has offensive capabilities as well.
Yeah. And then right now, obviously it's not the clear ranged wall option. You got Cleone, Sober's Gasstroke, Seer Knight is being ran as clever, Valkyrie, and then it confused me a lot when Jamie nerfed its HP because that was never needed. It had a lot of competition right now.
Yeah, it has a lot of competition, and Pyrolin, honestly, the 20 HP nerf just made it so it's less melee bulky. Like, it still doesn't necessarily... If Jamie wanted to nerf Pyrolin, so it's not... but doesn't take as many hits on the range side, he nerfed the wrong stat.
Yeah.
I don't understand the nerf at all.
You should have just nerfed the melee defense.
Exactly, like, why not just nerf the melee defense?
Yeah.
Why did it have to be the HP?
Mm-hmm. I think, like, it's...
I understand that he wants it to be different to Venolin, but even now, Venolin has Mud Swamp.
Yeah.
Then again, Pyrolin is Burn Up.
Honestly, even back then, or not back then, it's not that far ago, but before Pyrolin nerf, like, the only niche it had above Cleone or Sober's Gasstroke was the fact that it could wall ice types, specifically Wintrix and Glaciadia, and Sober Stratosphere.
Yeah, those two are dangerous.
Yeah, that's...
And Sober Stratosphere, you're right, with Fanny Flame.
Yeah. That's the only niche it had, and honestly, those niches were patched up by others. So like, I don't know why he would nerf it.
Maybe because he struggled when trying to showcase something else.
that would be a funny reason.
I mean, that's the reason why I made those absurd claims on Jalusa. Jalusa didn't do well for me, so why would it do well for anything else, even though it's OP?
Yeah.
Now I can see that Jalusa's a god.
Yeah. It's funny. It's kind of funny, but kind of sad for Pyrelin.
Yeah, poor Pyrelin. I still think it's a solid Loomian, but yeah, I think the nerf was unnecessary.
Yeah. And it's actually kind of funny
that is...
So, because Pyrelin got the 20 HP nerf, people have realized the potential in other fire types, specifically Soulburst Krakaloa.
Soulburst Krakalola, that thing... Like, when I first used Soulburst Krakalola, I always thought, oh, it's solid, but I think it's the worst Soulburst, because at least with Florian, at least it turned Florian from a bottom 3 Loomian to actually usable. And with Soulburst Krakalola, there's actually flaws in Soulbursting. Like, that's the thing that makes Soulburst Krakalola interesting. You don't have to Soulburst right away. You can stay as normal Krakalola. And then once you get rid of the threat, you can Soulburst into Soulburst Krakalola and gain bulk and gain HP.
Yeah.
That's what makes Soulburst Krakalola unique. There's a reason to use the normal one in the Soulburst version, and you don't have to. You can't just unga bunga, I'll just Soulburst. You don't have to Soulburst right away.
Mm-hmm. There's like specific matchups where you'd want to stay in your in your regular form, like specifically Chienta is a very big one that I've found recently.
Chienta, Vesperatu too. You don't want to be weak to Vesperatu.
Yeah. That's why I run Raging Flame.
Luminami too. Luminami as well, because I know that my Krakalola runs Dark Surge, so I actually hit Luminami. But if you don't Soulburst, you're not... Oh no, you're still weak to Tsunami, never mind.
Yeah.
You can see my mindset. You can see the mindset, though.
Yeah. Just the coverage to punish Lumi.
Yeah.
I've been running Mud Spatter, honestly. I know I should swap over eventually.
I mean, Mud Spatter hits other fire types.
Yeah.
It's other fires.
I mainly just want it for the speed control, because most of my teams for Soulburst Krakaloa, they're just bulky offense with Valkyrie or Lashent. So I kind of need the speed tier drop.
You do that, and then you swap back into those attackers, and then you outspeed them. I can understand the strat behind it, but it's kind of hard because you got to swap into those attackers, or you swap into... Oh, do you like swap into like your snack and then baffle out?
Wait, what do you mean? No, like, so...
You Mud Spatter the Loomian, they lose speed.
Yeah.
Then do you just swap out directly into them?
Yeah. Because Valkyrie and Lashent, they have strong enough defensive matchups with their typing anyway, so I can just predict.
And they have a healing move. That makes sense. They have a healing move. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do work well together. So again, I can understand the benefit of Mud Spatter. I can also see the benefit of Spectral Burst and Dark Surge. I think that fourth move could be anything.
Yeah. Oh wait, Isaac's saying in chat of something about Battle Chime Baneki.
That would be the meta Baneki if it got Battle Chime.
Yeah. It would be so funny.
Melee Baneki would actually be kind of powerful. The biggest problem with Melee Baneki, if it did get Battle Chime, is that, you know, you would get the Battle Chime off. Even if you ran Milkshake's secret ability, you're still recoiling yourself with Timber Threat. You'd have to spam Earthquake a lot. Or Nab. I guess Nab. They could just use Nab and nab another item, because you don't have an item after you use Milkshake.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh! So, you Battle Chime, you Milkshake. Oh, but though there's another flaw with that.
What?
There's another flaw, because if you make Baneki an even numbered and activate Milkshake, you now die to traps. After 2.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but...
I mean, it has its perks. then you can nab an item after you lose Milkshake. And then Brawn Boost! Oh my... Actually, no, you can't Brawn Boost because you're plus set.
Yeah. Imagine you could go even further.
Yeah, the plus 8! Plus 8 Baneki, let's go!
Yeah.
Plus 8. Oh. Yeah. How many Titans have you found during the stream? How many Titans?
I found one, but I failed to get it out of the thing.
Oh, that hurt.
Yeah.
That really hurts. I don't think I lost a Titan fossil yet, but I almost did. I almost lost one. I didn't know where it was right away. It was down to my and I got it.
I'm just mainly...
It was close though. It was a close call.
Yeah. I'm just looking for shards. Bro.
Yep. I don't have many. I used up all my shards for the fossils. I still have a couple fossilized shards left, but like I have 5 ranged attack, 13 melee defense, 10 speed. These are the fossilized shards, not regular shards. 2 melee defense, 1 energy, 1 health, 1 attack because I used them. I have no shards. I have no full-out shards if I'm not.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't know what I want to shard. I think I have like some fossils that I want to use. Honestly, most of the fossils don't really ever interest me in PvP wise.
I am interested in a tech set I want to make. I want to try a melee defensive Mahamara with the Quicksand Slumber Bolka.
Yeah.
If that worked, like, I don't think it would be insanely good, but it might have. It does have defensive capability. I could see it working. Like, anything with Quicksand can be pretty dangerous because you trap something in. It's just those pesky air types.
Yeah, I did not expect the Quicksand Dokomori when we fought.
Oh yeah, like, yeah, I was using a bunch of text in that battle. Like, I was scared when I lost Colossotrops. I thought it was over. And then I got the crit with Pepjet.
Yeah, man, I could have won.
You could have won. That Joltooth almost swept me. And then, boy, those last 10 minutes were peak. The offensive Infernix versus Gargolem D, the ultimate matchup we all wanted to see.
For real.
That was crazy. Just 10 minutes of us doing 20 damage.
For real. Looking back on it, honestly, I could have drudged more on your Surebot just to ensure I outspeed the Ursul, but of course I didn't know it was Boots, so I couldn't really predict that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Boots Ursul is kind of dangerous if you're not ready for it, but again, you're running Boots on Ursul, you're losing damage, and it also you kind of lose what Ursul is, you know, a slow, hard-hitting, very brawny attacker that has double priority.
Yeah.
You kind of lose something with Ursul if you're using Boots.
Yeah, pretty much. I mainly fold to stuff like Ursul because most of my teams, at least on stream, they're mostly offensive. So
a lot of people request offensive stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of my teams, I sometimes struggle with Ursul with some of my teams, but most of the time, there is always one Loomian that always wrecks my teams. It's Soulburst Eruptodon.
Man.
I don't know why. All my teams are weak to Soulburst Eruptodon.
Yeah, I just carry a Luminami nowadays with Shade Pearl.
Even with Luminami, I get flinched.
Oh,
flinched a lot.
Yeah, that's horrible.
I lost a battle. I was showcasing Glastadia the other day, which, by the way, that video is not out now because fossils are a thing. But yeah, it was down to if my Luminami could get this attack off, and I got flinched.
Yeah.
Dark Surge. I feel like Dark Surge. Flinches more when it should. Like, I feel like is it like 20% chance to flinch?
Actually, that's so high.
It's either 20 or 30. I forgot, but it feels like it's legit 50%. Unless I use it, it's 10%.
Bro, I never flinch. I never flinch.
You know, I never get the flinch, and I always get flinch.
Yeah, that's so relatable. I just want to have RNG, man. Once I get RNG, I'll be unstoppable.
I know. Oh yeah, I dazed. Sorry, Bob. Sorry.
Oh, I
Was
hate
that with
daze.
Samarine? I forgot that. It was Samarine that with Wave Wrecker on your Joltooth. It was on your Joltooth, right? I think it was on Bob's Joltooth. I dazed with Samarine.
I am
I
never
would have
using
lived because I had
Heartbreaker
Clutch
stack.
Plushie. I still had Clutch Plushie, but your next Loomian would have OHKO'd me, I think. I didn't have enough Sharpen on my Samarine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did have Clutch Plushie on Samarine, so I could have a guaranteed setup. But I don't think that's the best item for Samarine.
I honestly think Rageful is the better one. Because it has some
I can see,
bulk.
if you run bulk, yeah. If you run a little bulk.
Hello, Jaw.
I can under... I
Okay,
still do need to do my battle. I still have to do my battle, but I'm doing it tomorrow morning at like 10 a.m.
Oh, okay. Alright, good luck.
I don't know. After that first battle and how I played against Mickey, I don't know. I don't feel confident anymore.
From experience from fighting Mickey, he's gonna be like... I'd say probably like the best player anyone will fight. It was just like a really unlucky roll.
No, I don't think it was the role. Like I built a team, but my whole team was weak to Himber. Should I be saying this?
Well,
like,
I don't know if you have the same team, but
no, I'm gonna switch up my team. I switch up my team every battle, but like my team was weak to Himber, and I was just like, oh, I hope he doesn't bring Himber, but he brought Himber. I was just like, oh, I have never merit for Rageful. I could set up a bulk up, get +3, and then one-shot it, but I let off with Bluma and tried to stun the Himber, place his traps, and then after knowing that I outspeed the Himber, I click Flash and Play, and my whole team was weak to it.
yeah.
Not the smartest decision by me. I will say, though, that insulated Sea Drake play was good. I did not expect it.
Yeah.
That was good on his part. Insulated Sea Drake, that caught me off guard.
Yeah, and especially if it was ranged. Oh my gosh. That was.
I think it was mixed. I think it was mixed. I don't know though. I think it was mixed. It would make sense because it boosts both your attacks.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're calling you greedy. Like, that's what YouTube does. YouTube just gives ads.
Yeah, I'm not even doing anything. I don't know why it just gives ads midstream. It's probably because they're just entering. That's what my best guess is.
Maybe. You called you a creep, Bob? I didn't know that.
A what?
Apparently Speeder called Bob a creep.
Damn.
I never heard of this. I VC'd with Speeder once, and he was fine when I VC'd with him.
Have you watched his videos? He kind of gets a little mad during his battles.
Oh yeah, he does, but I mean, I do too. I always blame the Loomian, not the person. I blame the Loomian.
Blame the game, not the player, man.
Yeah, like, because if the player is just doing what it takes to win, like, you really think it's the opponent's fault if they give you a flinch? They're trying to play with their chances there. Like, they're playing to what gives them the best chance to win the battle.
Yeah.
Like, no one's haxing flinches. Like, no one's gonna say, I'm gonna hack within the game to get 100% flinches.
That's kind of insane.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. I know. I just blame either the Loomian or the game, not necessarily the person. Yeah, I'm trying my hardest to not be as angry. Sometimes I can't handle it though. Sometimes I go on Mo's. I'll go on those rants sometimes.
Yeah. I only ever get angry if it's, well, I only ever get angry if if I ever get dazed. Like, I swear to God, I know it's
Wave Wrecker sucks.
Yeah, literally my win rate, like if I were to have like a win ratio against Sober Stratosaur because of freaking high pitch screech, it would literally be like a 10% win rate. I always lose because Sober Stratosaur sets up on the swap, it dazes my Seer Knight, so now I can't one-shot it. So then I just
That's
die.
what I was worried about. Like, in one of my recent battles, I was using a Samarine that still had its clutch plushie against Stratosaur.
Yeah.
Already has a frail armor boost and a magnify.
Oh,
and I was just
no.
like, he's gonna click high pitched screech, isn't he? He's gonna click high pitched screech to daze me. I even said it. He didn't. He swapped out. He swapped out. He swapped out.
Okay, good.
I was thinking in my head, there's no way he goes for a high pitched screech to go for the daze on Samarine. Oh yeah.
Oh, Speeder Jamie double battle? Damn.
The teammate tried both Gargoyle Speed and it worked when I got Beta Haste, but my teammate and Tronics and I was Light Speed. It's Beta Haste is up! Why would he Light Speed?
Damn. I was
Gargoyle Beta Haste Gargoyle Speed's interesting. Most certainly interesting. I would not see that coming.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone would see that coming.
I would expect Bane of Haste Guard D, but not Gargas. That's just wow.
And not Gargas. That's I do RTS on Gargoyle Speed, but on my Gargoyle Speed, I think I run Mudslide, Barbs, RTS, and then the fourth move I used to run Icicle Traps. But I think Slapdown or Provoke's better.
Yeah.
I hope my voice is sounding okay for the stream, because I remember I was watching Speeder's vid, and I sounded like I was lagging.
I think you're fine. I made your voice a little bit louder. So
okay, good, because my mic is kinda... I have to turn it like 17 dBs up in order to actually speak, because my mic can be quiet at times.
Damn.
So I gotta turn it up.
Yeah, chat saying your mic is fine.
Okay, that's good. Amy said Pyrolin could get its old stats back, but it loses Rejuvenate and gets Slumber. Now...
Oh, come on!
I don't know. I don't... Is Pyrolin really that much of a problem?
It's really
like,
not.
Slumber's definitely gonna...
Hello, Brian.
Slumber's definitely gonna nerf Pyrolin, but... On some Loomians, I think Slumber's better. Like Meatball Form. Meatball Form, for example. You set up one piece of mine, and you click Slumber, and get all your energy back.
Yeah. I just don't understand. I wish there's, like, people who could, like, tell Jamie that the stuff he's doing is very suspect. But...
Like, I can understand Jamie's mindset at times. I just wish there was another head. Like, I wish there was... Like, I know he goes to Ait, but usually Jamie and Ait have similar mindsets. I wish there was another mindset up there, because everyone has different opinions on certain Loomians. Everyone sees Loomians differently.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's fine. I don't really know what to say.
Like, because one person might see might see a Loomian that's pretty good, while other people might say, "Oh, it's not that good." Like, that's kind of how I feel with Nova DS.
Yeah. It also does not help that neither of them are, like, invested in the competitive community, because that's where, like, if you take, like, if you spend a day in the competitive community, you know exactly what's being used. And it's like...
Yeah, because they often show, like, that's kind of like what I was. Like, I wasn't in the PvP community until, like, a couple months ago I even joined in.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Like, I just watched your videos for, like, competitive info.
I'm
kind of, like, in the middle when it comes to competitive and casual. I'm kind of, like, in the middle, I would say. Yeah.
I think I'm competitive at this point.
Yeah, you're competitive. I'm kind of like in the middle. I'm kind of like casual because I show a lot of text, but I kind of use a competitive team. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle when it comes to that. I want to try to transfer more competitively, though, especially once PvP 2.0 comes out.
Yeah, I'm gonna be climbing that ladder any chance I get.
I'm gonna try to get number 1, but I'm probably gonna get my butt kicked.
Who knows? Actually, there's a lot of strong PvPers that I know.
I know there's so many good PvPers, and sometimes I can beat some people sometimes, but other times I get my butt kicked.
Yeah.
You know Bullet, right? Bullet uses stall.
Bullet?
One time I used just Thunderstrike and I beat him. And another time I got stalled out by a Arbs Oxydrake.
Damn. I don't know.
Like one time I beat him with just Thunderstrike. I just used Thunderstrike. He didn't have any Earth immunities. I beat him with just Thunderstrike.
Insane.
But another time when I use an actual competitive team, I lose to Barb's Driving Force Sea Drake. Not Sea Drake, Oxydrake.
Yeah. I just wish Jamie was in the competitive community more, because he can easily tell what's the strong and weak stuff, and at least he'll get like a better grasp of what's actually good and not good. Because if he like learned if he was in the competitive community for one day, he would agree that the Pylon nerf was undeserved. At least that's how I see it.
I feel like that's the thing. I feel like if he... I agree. I feel like if he was in the competitive community more, I think he would make... I feel like a lot of his decisions would be a little bit better. Like, I'm not saying that his decisions suck. I do like how he makes the meta play out before nerfing stuff. This isn't a, like, Wish. Like, average for Doodle World. The reason why I don't play Doodle World that much is because they change stuff, like, daily without having the meta actually play out.
Yeah. That's fair, actually.
Because changes happen constantly before they had the chance to settle.
Yeah, I feel like you know how Garg D came to rise, right? Like, it took months for people to actually realize that it was actually very good.
Yeah, it was originally called the worst Gargolem. It was originally the worst Gargolem form until people realized, oh wait, it has Barbs and Driving Force. Oh gosh. And it has an ability where it can't be poisoned or hypnotized.
Yeah, so now you just have an unstoppable Loomian.
Yeah, and also, Gargolem Defense also has a good defensive typing as well. So it rose up without even changing. Like, there wasn't any new moves that were even added. It's just people started to realize, oh gosh, this Loomian's insane.
Yeah.
I actually got to never use Gargolem Defense until, like, late 2023 when I finally got one, and then once I got one, I never went back on it.
Yeah, same. I've actually, I went on for like a month trying to not use Garg D because it's just so splashable, and I want to learn.
It controls the hazards. You win the hazards game. You win most battles.
Yeah. And
I love hazard. So important.
Yeah, and I guess it kind of helped me realize there's other options for hazard removal and team comps you can build without Garg D that arguably I would say they're kind of better than some team comps with Garg D.
I try to build around it. Like, I run Gust and Mudslide on Zeppelin. I have Gust just specifically for the air type swapping in.
Yeah.
But it also supports Zeppelin because, I mean, it has an 87 speed stat, and if I can get a speed boost, I can outspeed more threats. Like, it's very niche. Provoke's better, obviously, but I have it just specifically to get rid of hazards. I have the same thing with Odiaga. I run a Nimble Odiaga, and with Gust and a Peace of Mind, I do a lot of damage. Even though, yeah, Provoke's better, Scapegoat's better, but people don't see it coming, and I get rid of the hazards.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Like, I really like Loomians that have a lot of moves. Like, Odiaga's one of those Loomians that doesn't see, like, when I first checked out Odiaga, I didn't think it was good. I thought it was just what is it gonna be? What is it supposed to be? And then I used the right set. Like, I used a boot set, I used a melee set, and then I used another set. Like, Psycho Blast, Thunderstrike, Gust, and Purge. Did it have Purge? No, not Purge. It's
Provoke.
Peace of Mind, Gust, Thunderstrike, and Psycho Blast. And once I used that set, I understood Oniaga's potential.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. Although I gotta admit, I kinda overrated it a bit in my top 20.
It's definitely, I don't think it's top 20, but I understand its potential. I think now it's kind of like top 30, I think?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's top 30 in usage, but in, like, potential, I think it's top 30 potential, I would say.
Yeah. Although I feel like I've hit right on a lot of my rankings for my top 20. I just need to, like...
Your Luminami placement was perfect. Your Luminami placement could not have been put in the better spot, in my opinion.
Thanks. I also feel
I think I ranked...
Yeah?
I think I ranked Luminami in the exact same spot as you did, actually.
Oh. And I think Helvetic
like
as well, right?
Oh, where did he place Helvetic? I kind of forgot.
I don't know, I thought I placed it around the back half of the list, and I saw your reaction, and you were like,
back half, that makes
yes.
sense. I'm fine with Helvetic. Yep. Helvetic, I don't think I put Helvetic in my top 20, but I understand. Did I?
I think you did.
Let me check 1 second.
Okay.
What was my top 20? I forgot a lot of the other ones. I remember Soulburst Eruptodon being 19, which is just wrong.
Yeah.
But what were some of my other placements? Let me check. Let me just turn this... Okay, yeah, my phone's off. 20 was... Oh god.
Hello, Carter, Cat. Oh, welcome to stream.
Crab Tana at 20?
Yeah.
I think it's because I used Vengeance Crab Tana at the time. Like, there was like 2 or 3 months where I'm just like, this thing is OP, and then I haven't used it anymore. I think it's because I used to play a playstyle where I used to play hyper offense, so I kept sacking Loomians to benefit the Vengeance boost. Now I play a little bit more safely.
Yeah.
Craptana, yep. There's Eruptodon. On
How
18
long is stream gonna
is...
be? It'll probably end in like an hour, Moss.
Yeah. Dokomori at 18 is interesting. I don't know how to feel about it. Dokomori at 18.
It definitely feels like one of those Loomians where it's needed for the meta, but it's kind of weird to play with, at least in my opinion.
I know it's weird because Bar Blast is a thing, and ever since Dokomori was added, I have seen almost no Bar Blast.
Yeah. Well, Bar Blast is actually being ran in my tournament. Because
Bar Blast is?
Yeah. Not too high, but it's there.
Oh my, that's like, because Bar Blast is really good, but it hasn't been used ever since Dokomori was added.
Yeah. I think everyone is gonna be shocked about the usage stats so far when I release them later. It's just really weird. Albeit...
Oh, yeah, because we don't have the Meta Loomians.
Yeah.
We don't have the Meta Loomians the Meta Loomians are banned.
Yeah, because albeit... Okay, what do you think is like top 5 most used Loomians? I'm curious.
Luminami's gotta be up there, I assume. There's no Jalusa, they would go Luminami, I assume. Your snack's still used, right? It's just Fade Away on your snacks that's banned, right?
Yeah.
I assume your snack's still up there. I assume. Luminami, I assume, is up. Lachant's gotta be up there. Lachant.
Okay.
I don't know what the other two would be.
Alright. Well, I think you'd find a nasty surprise of when you see what number 1's gonna be.
Wait, let me guess. Number one. What would be number 1? Tell me.
It's Aliquana.
What?
It's number 1. Aliquana is number 1, and it's by
There's
a long.
reason why Aliquana.
It's by a long shot as well.
But what's the percentage?
Okay, let me look. So.
Is it like 33% or something? Oh, like the second place is like 18%.
Alright, I'm scrolling up in the GC where I have posted this.
And there's gotta be a reason why League 1 is #1. It's not #1 because there's a reason for it. There's a reason why.
My bet.
I guess Taze, is it?
So it's
27%.
It's 20.
What's sliding here to hazard?
So 27% usage rate. That's the #1 for Iguana. And then the Loomian below it is 20. So 7.
Oh my gosh.
So Iguana is on every is a fourth on everyone's team. And there's battles that there's teams I haven't inputted yet, so it's gonna rise.
Oh my gosh. I'm just trying to see why is Iguana getting used. Like, I mean, electric immunity, flash and flee immunity, sliding into hazards, double pivot, and tase. Like, I can see it. I don't know at #1 though.
In the metagame where Zulong is really good, I think it's deserved. Not to mention.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, you're right, Zulong. Yeah, Zulong's not banned, so yeah, people would just use Zulong. Ah, that's a good point actually. I didn't think about Zulong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like one is the best counter for Zulong.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. I can see that now.
True. We must blame the dumpster fire for all of this.
Now let's blame it. Blame the dumpster fire. Let's blame it. I mean, I will say this. Depending... The Zulong game is a massive dumpster fire.
For real. I hate Zulong.
The Zulong game sucks. The Zulong game sucks. It's so slow and the controls are very unprecise.
Yeah. Oh wait, I thought you were talking about the Loomian. No, but yeah.
No, not the Loomian, the game.
Yeah, the game. The game. Bro, if it was more fluid, then yeah, please. It would be a lot better.
It's just not fluid at all. It's very inconsistent. Like, I think the reason why it kind of chugs and lags, I think it's trying to make it more... It's trying to make it so people can control the Zulong easy.
Yeah.
But it's way too choppy. It's way too choppy.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Isaac, I agree.
And honestly, I don't even get why I honestly don't get why it's in that digital style, because I guess you're trying to mimic the arcade feeling, because, you know, the retro style
the arcade
things.
game?
Yeah, but you have games like Disc Drop that are just like clean animations and
I know,
stuff like
and then you have Prope Pummel where you literally just whack Propes. Like, how can a game like just whacking Propes? That's the concept. Yo, whack a Prope. Be fun. I don't know how LL did that.
Yeah.
You just whack Propes. That's the concept, and yet they made it fun. I feel like that's the only great game out of the compilation. Like, this drop's fine, but very flawed. Achidobo is way too hard for me, and Zulong just sucks.
Yeah. I just do
this drop can be so good. I can understand, like, this drop has a lot of potential, but I wish you could have your own power-ups. I wish power-ups didn't spawn at random.
That's true.
I wish you could create your own power-ups.
Oh, okay. Oh wait, so there's people asking about the battle tracker. So basically there's turn-based moves such as Bane of Haste, Hellstorm, whatever. They all tick at a certain move count, and the battle tracker basically helps keep track of you for that.
Yeah, but keeps track of the number, or how many turns are left of that. Like, so yeah, if Bane of Haste is used in his turn, it'll say there'll be 4 turns left on Bane of Haste.
Yeah. So it's mainly quality.
It works with the enchantments as well. It works with enchantments as well.
Yeah.
Not sure, Isaac. I'm not sure if Quicksand would be included or not. I assume that it isn't, because it's from a move? I'm not sure.
I don't think Quicksand is based on turns. So I think...
Oh, yeah, it might work. I'm not sure. I gotta test it. Back to the list. I had Aklos at 17.
Yeah.
I honestly still think Aklos is pretty good, but I don't know. Having Aklos on it and not Joltooth just seems wrong. So Aklos is at 17. Ursnack at 16.
Oh, yeah, that should be higher.
Yeah, I get. Okay, I understand my mindset of Ursnack having no offensive threat, but 16 below Luminami? I don't know. I think it's at least top 10. At least top 10.
Yeah.
I am still on that though. Like, it doesn't really have any offensive pressure, but its role is to be a bridge.
Yeah.
To another Loomian. That's its role.
I honestly don't mind the lack of offensive pressure because like you said, it's just supposed to be a bridge. It's nothing else.
Plus, it has utility. It has priority. If something's low, you priority it. If they have an item, you slap down it. And if you really do want to do damage, just use Pet Jab. It does a decent chunk.
Yeah. Or kill the opponent with RNG, with Days, Heartbreak.
Yeah, Heartbreak. Yeah, Heartbreak Days. Yeah.
I swear, man.
I have seen people use Fade Away for Draco Guide, though. I have seen people use Fade Away for Draco.
It's pretty common nowadays. That's why I banned it. Well, it's not necessarily because Fade Away is broken. It's just...
It's there for Draco, I think.
Yeah, I mainly banned it so people can have a surefire way to block all the pivots in the game besides Dissipate. I mean Dissipate isn't only limited to Cleone. It's not that deep.
I agree. Cleone is fine. 15 on the list is Luma. That makes sense. I'm fine with that.
Luma? What?
Helvantic at 14.
Yeah?
Helvantic at 14 is interesting. I might put it a little low.
Dodge your snack. I hate Dodge your snack.
Yeah, Dodge your snack stinks. It always wrecks me at the worst time, too, because you get health back from the health amulet.
Yep.
Yeah, Helvantic 14. I like the spot. I think it's still top 20. I wouldn't put it at 14, though, I would say.
I honestly think it's the same.
Okay, I could see it. Imperior at 13. Imperior is so weird to rank because it's that resentful. Resentful carries it.
Yeah, I honestly just leave it out because I don't want to waste a headache thinking about it.
I should have just made it an honorable mention, I think. That's what I should have done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kept Cephalops off this list, which I weirdly still kind of agree with. I don't know why. What is it with Cephalops and not me putting it on the list?
I don't know. Cephalops...
Eclipse at 12. Eclipse at 12 back then makes sense.
You know, I should... Yeah?
Our goal defense at 11?
I mean, at least you put it there. At least you put it on the list.
At 11? It's top 5!
Yeah.
What was I smoking? I put Obsidian God over it?
Oh, okay. Wow, what are you doing? Yeah.
I put Obsidian God in the top 10? I was drunk making this list, apparently. Oh my gosh. Where did I put Tata? Tata's at Tata's at 10. I put Tata under Obsidian.
Okay. Okay.
What? 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 This list is bad. I'm remaking it.
I'm gonna post another
top 20. 8
20
at the time. Yeah, I'll post another one, like, once PvP 2.0 comes out.
Alright.
Unicorn at 8, okay, I'm fine. It had Quick Punch back then. I'm okay with that. Osweir Unleashed at 7, okay. I mean, Sirigate's broken, okay. I can see it. Obadias at 6. Over Defense 4. Like, I love Novadias. But at 6? 6. It's top 15, but not top 10. No, come on. I was on something making this list. I remember putting so much time within it, too. How is it so bad?
It's okay, man. You know better now.
Silver Stratosaur at 5. I said that in the past. Pyrolin at 4.
Okay, Pyrolin, I understand.
I don't hate Pyrolin at 4, but I think it's too high. Number 3 is Glacidia. Perfect. I think that's in the perfect spot. Eternet at 2 and Tyrannox at 1.
Yeah.
My top 3 is perfect, I think, but everything else is kind of bad.
Pretty much.
Yep, pretty much. Like, I think I understand my mindset with a few of them, while with other ones, I'm just like, what did I do? Like, why is Obsidian over Gargolem Defense?
Yeah.
I don't know what I was doing. Thankfully, next time I make a list, hopefully I should be better. And that's kind of the reason why I wanted to talk to you about the fossils, because I wasn't sure where to rank all 11 of them, because they're all so hard to rank.
Well, I think...
That's the reason I wanted to get your intake, to see what you think.
Well, we shared the same, or similar opinions, right?
Similar opinions, but, like, there's always something a little different. Like, I still think Behemoth's really good.
Yeah.
I still think Behemoth's a god.
I honestly think...
I'm glad
Okay.
I'm glad that we both think Morpheus isn't number 1.
Yeah. I honestly think that every fossil besides Soberskellig that is released is at or under B+.
I could see it. Yeah, I could see it.
Like,
I don't know. Morpheus and Behemoth might be a tad higher, but I don't know if it's A or anything.
Yeah. I feel like the main problem with Behemoth is that Colossotrops exists, and it's not like both can exist in the same realm either, because Colossotrops is literally just Behemoth outright, but better.
Yeah, pretty much.
Morpheus is like...
I mean, they have their perks, but still. Like, they have their perks for each other. I mean, Colossotrops has more weaknesses, while Behemoth has less, but... Behemoth also has that speed stat, but that's kind of it. Colossotrops has setup. It's harder, and it's just... And it's less predictable.
Yeah.
Razor says, Behemoth is the poor man's Colossotrops. You know what's better? No, Behemoth is your at-home version of Colossotrops. That's your Colossotrops at home. So, yeah. I'm gonna try to stream back onto my phone. I was just checking to see what my list was. Alright. Thanks for making me go on the stream. I'm sorry for the delay, guys. I had some technical difficulties. Oh, definitely. That would be awesome.